we used to do this weird thing where I would say, or you would say, I forgive you by faith.
Yes.
And I was like, what in the world is that? Because it was like, I'm mad at you, but I know I'm not supposed to be mad at you. So I forgive you by faith. But then the other funny thing was, if we didn't make it that far,
You did this.
No. If we were fighting, and I went to bed.
I said,
and maybe
don't let the sun go down your wrath.
Don't let the sun go down the road. You would flip on all the lights.
Right.
You would pull the bed covers off me, stand over me on the bed, and say things like, "We're gonna settle this right now. We're not letting the sun go down." And I said, "I have till tomorrow night because
the
we
sun
started
fighting
when
after
it started."
the sun went down. I remember the first time you said that.
Yes.
Did I laugh? Hopefully I laughed.
I don't even know.
Because that's pretty funny.
We were pretty ramped up.
We were ramped up. I may not have laughed at that time, but I laughed so much.
We realize it's ridiculous now. But I remember my Sicilian grandmother. I was going to say my little Sicilian grandmother, but she wasn't little. She was short, but she wasn't little. She grabbed me and she looked at me and she was
on her wedding day.
Yes, on her wedding day. And she's like, "Don't go to bed mad at each other." And somehow all I heard was, "Go to bed mad at each other." Go to bed mad. And so our first couple of years, if you go to bed mad, you wake up even madder because you have bad dreams about your husband.
Well, and let me say this.
That was important. What I
was
just
reading Ephesians. Yeah, and I'm supporting what you just said. I was reading Ephesians 5 or 4. Is it 4 or 5? Anyway, it doesn't matter. Where it says, "Don't let the sun go down in your wrath." Out of a different translation recently. And I love this translation. And it's a translation, not a paraphrase.
Okay.
It says, "Don't let the sun go down in your wrath, lest you give a foothold to the devil." Now, I love the word foothold. So think about it. You're slamming the door on somebody, and they stick their foot in that door, and now you cannot close it. And now they overpower you, and they push their way in. And literally for the scripture to say that you actually give a foothold to the devil really spoke to me of how important this point is.
Do you know, I recently had someone tell me they don't believe that they go to a church that doesn't believe in spiritual warfare.
Really?
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
It's like, I've like just joked on
Wow.
that. But even if it's just, don't let the devil get a foothold in your house, that would...
we don't war against flesh and blood, but we war against principalities and powers and rulers of the darkness.
They said there's no spiritual warfare. Everything.
That's not even worth giving time to talk about it. Just read the Bible.
I just thought
read the Bible.
In case somebody else out there goes to that church. I feel like they needed to know that.
Okay, number 3, fight for unity in our family and model forgiveness.
This is really almost 2.
This is 2 or 3 episodes on its own.
Wait, but I feel like, okay, they're mad at each other.
Yep.
And they go to bed and they don't, like, they listen to our last episode about rather to be rightly related than right. What do they do, John?
Fight for unity.
No, but they're trying to go to bed. What did they do?
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, I'm just saying, okay, this is what I would do. You guys, when you're tired, when you're triggered, when you're
I know where you're
upset,
I got it.
You're not going to find a good solution. So you're going to say, we're going to have a constructive conversation about this. And they're going to set a time or where they're both not exhausted and worn out and triggered, and they're going to have that conversation constructively at another time. And in the meantime, they can just join hands and say, "God, we trust that you're going to give us both wisdom and insight."
And the other thing is, we set up 2 chairs in our bedroom, and we had rules when we sat down in those chairs.
Yeah.
So we would say, okay, we're not going to bed angry. We're going to forgive. We're unresolved.
Yep.
So forgive doesn't mean you've resolved. It just means you're not holding anything.
Right.
Let's do the chair thing tomorrow, and we'd set that time. And when we sat down in that chair, what was our rules?
You can't attack the person. You attack the problem.
Correct.
And if either person...
You can't raise your voice.
Yes. And if either person feels disrespected or like the conversation is moving to a destructive pattern, the other person, they can get up and leave, and the other person can't chase them.
Can't chase them out.
Can't chase them down. They have to wait for another time.
Wait for another time.
We used to chase each other down. We used to chase each other down.
We did.